Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. I'd like to start this session by appreciating you so much for making this channel grow. If you wish to support us, just subscribe to our channel and give this video a like.
Fifth leader Julius Malema has arrived in Kenya to attend.
I'm very happy because I'm receiving my brother Julius Malema, Juju, because we have an interest in making sure that the continent becomes one.
There are so many YouTubers who did analysis on Julius Malema's statements that he made while at Kenya University for the Pan-African Institute launch. I believe most of you must have heard about what Julius Malema told William Samoei Ruto. And of course, he told him that these days we don't understand you. I want to take you back to a couple of months ago when there was this debate of de-dollarization. And that means, for those who don't understand that word, is basically kulenga dola ili tuanze kutumia pesa yetu, our own currency. And I think that move of de-dollarization is one of the reasons why Kenyans found themselves still on the G2G concept on oil procurement, found themselves trading in Kenya shillings because they were trying to embrace de-dollarization concept. And this is one thing that William Ruto made so many rounds championing to support.
But why is it necessary for us to buy things from Djibouti and pay in dollars? Why? There is no reason. And we are not against the US dollar. We just want to trade much more freely. Let us pay in US dollars what we are buying from the US. But what we are buying from Djibouti, let's use local currency. Traders in our continent can trade in their goods and services, and the Africa Exim Bank will settle payments in local currency.
It is also the reason why Julius Malema is reminding William Ruto and telling him that, to be honest, you're not someone we can trust. If you are very observant in the speech of Julius Malema.
And I can't locate him these days because the things he said during election and the things he's doing now are two different things. I don't know. Because I heard him saying we need to do away with the dollar and build our own currency. But his actions are not speaking to anything of doing away with the dollar.
These days, hatukuamini, hatukuelewi. Your promises that you made are different from what you're doing right now. But Julius Malema could have said these things. But the question is, are Kenyans feeling the same way? Well, if you go online, if you've been observant following the politics of this country, then you must have realized that most politicians have been echoing what Julius Malema said there. But there's something very shocking. I don't know whether this will sit well with William Ruto, because I stumbled upon a picture or a photo that NYORO took with Julius Malema. I saw a picture of him before they started this, the ceremony or the event started, the launching of the Pan-African Institute. So I don't know what William Ruto will think of when he realizes that his foot soldier, NYORO, was among those who were there when Julius Malema was destroying Ruto and at the same time attacking King Charles.
The latest being putting a red carpet for a murderer, a person who killed the Kenyan people, coming into this country, receiving a red carpet and being saluted by our own army. This is not a Kenyan army, it's not a colonialist army. The Kenyan army is a product of the Mau Mau rebellion. And those who killed our people in the Mau Mau rebellion cannot be saluted by the same army of the children of those who were killed during Mau Mau.
Over what he termed as he ought to have supported Kenyans. You know, that's what King Charles was being told, really. If you are very observant there, that you ought to have supported by compensating Kenyans. Lakini si ati kuja kusema kwamba we know there could have been a mistake.
We have a duty to stay true to the cause. We have a duty to remind the king and Britain of what they did to us. Indeed, he shows no remorse. He says this was bad, it shouldn't have happened. But he runs short of, I apologize, I am sorry. He will never say he is sorry, for because he thinks that his race makes him superior and he's not qualified to apologize to those who are junior to.
So I think Julius Malema was very vocal in that whole event. I don't want to revisit so many things about what was said there, but I want us to focus on what Julius Malema said about hawezi kuaminika. That is an aspect which was pretty shocking. And of course, you must have heard about that. But the mere fact that Julius Malema globally attacked William Samoei Ruto, and this thing was shared. I saw so many newsrooms in South Africa where this statement was being shared. So if that is the case, then I think William Ruto's Pan-Africanist moves have suffered a huge blow, especially after what Julius Malema said, because the truth of the matter is that whenever Julius Malema makes assertions anywhere, huwa in a trend inaenda sana. That's what I've been observing, and I think if you've been following Julius Malema sana, then utapata kwamba that has been the case. So this attack on William Samoei Ruto has some damaging effect on his Pan-Africanism move. And I think it's going to erode any gains that Ruto could have made by traversing the countries in Africa and trying to be a Pan-Africanist. Because Julius Malema has exposed him. That's the fact. Going by the things which Julius Malema said there, he only fact. Because he even told him that Africa is mine. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you make of what Julius Malema told William Samoei Ruto, really, in that whole event? And Ndindi Nyoro was there. Just tell us below the comment section about what you think regarding the same.
We call upon the Kenyan government to be firm and to decide what they want to be. Do they want to be Pan-Africanist, or do they want to be proponents of neo-colonialism? You can't have it both. Only one call must be made, and that call is of Pan-Africanism. It's not easy being a Pan-Africanist, for because the mindset of our people is so colonized, they are going to isolate you. They are going to look at you as if you are a mad person. They are going to look at you as if you are unreasonable. But it is a cause worth pursuing because of the generation that came before us. We don't want visas. We want one currency for Africa, because our currency can be more powerful than the pound and the dollar combined, because London has got the biggest storage of gold, yet they don't have a single smallest mine of gold. Their economy is based on our minerals. And if we safeguard our minerals and protect them and say out of these minerals, we are producing a currency that is going to compete internationally, we stand a good chance. We need African Central Bank. We need African Monetary Zone. We need African military combat, because these pockets of wars that are happening in Africa are not of our own making. They are sponsored wars so that those who continue to steal our resources can do so uninterrupted.
So until we catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.